What is going on, everyone? My name is JX, and welcome back to the channel. I have a new event quest breakdown of last month's event quest, February, Safe Haven. I usually get that done within a week, but obviously it's March now, and the new event quest comes out in a few days. So I am very late, so I want to apologize to you guys. Just been busy with college. It's been crazy. Got some new glasses. Hope you guys like it. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Obviously, with the narrative roadmap we got from Kabam, we kind of knew what this event quest was gonna be. It's gonna be Hell's Kitchen being basically destroyed, and that's kind of like why I kind of knew, like, hey, if it's this kind of event quest, I was thinking, hey, it's gonna be Misty Knight and a new Captain America, and hey, man, we got Sam Wilson, which is pretty awesome, and especially because these guys have had a romantic relationship. They used to live in Harlem. Definitely, read Sam Wilson's Captain America run. It's fantastic. And so yeah, let's get into the breakdown. It's gonna be lots of fun. Now remember, guys, this is more on Hell's Kitchen dealing with Galactus, not really on Galactus. I was kind of hoping we'd get more Galactus, but if you guys are like saying, oh, I want to see Galactus, I want to read about Galactus, sadly there's not too much in this event quest, but don't worry, because I'm sure in a few months, man, when we get that new Herald coming to the game, obviously next month is with Black Cat and Scorpion, and then obviously May we have Multiverse of Madness, and then we have I think June, July we kind of have the Thor 4, and then we also have the new Herald. So around July is probably where we're going to get that new event with Galactus. We need that ally for Galactus. That's going to be the Galactus event, so definitely look forward to that. But this is him just entering the battle realm and just laying carnage everywhere, and we're gonna, us the summoners and obviously the champions of the battle realm, have to deal with it. So yeah, let's get started. All right, here we go. We've got Sam Wilson, man. He looks freaking-tastic. I love the MCU inspired suit. All right, so summoner, thank God you're here. Galactus, he's here. He's been eating the city block by block, and I've been ordered to start the evacuation effort. With your help, we can make this much faster. Yes. Love the introduction. Hell's Kitchen was the first to get hit by him out there. We didn't even realize what was going on until someone from the outskirts of the battle realm warned us, which I don't even have to read it because I know who that is. Definitely going to be Howard the Duck. Obviously, they live on the edges of the battle realm. Howard's home for Himbos. With Hercules, Man Thing, yeah, they they have a whole like house, and they live all together, and they're on the farthest outskirts of the battle realm. And it's just funny that's exactly who I knew it was gonna be. And then they say it's some duck and a pair of beefcakes ran by shouting something about Galactus before charging into destruction. So they went into destruction. So I'm definitely looking forward to that event when we actually do have to fight Galactus. But this is more on the rescue of the champions in the battle realm. All right, I hope they're out there warning the rest of the battle realm, because this is carnage I've never seen before. I've got a bunch of people here I need to lead to the center of town. Come on, let's move on before we end up in the sights of Galactus. Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but I don't think I can fight Galactus, so I'm following Sam. As they're around the corner, flickers of flame surrounding silhouette large gatherings of desperate people. Those crowds surround a huge helicarrier in the middle of the square, which looks rusted and barely holding together, which is pretty cool. Obviously, in the contest, we actually have like Shield HQ in the battle realm. We also have Avengers Tower, so definitely Shield has been a big part of the battle realm for years, and definitely the last month's event quest with the Brotherhood of Mutants. Also in even December's event, we had Shield as well, so it looks like she looks like Misty Knight found a Shield helicarrier, and she's gonna help rescue people, which is pretty cool. We don't have time for introductions. Summoner Sam, I need you to start organizing these evacuees into groups. We need order, not chaos. Yeah, I mean, when you have panic, you know there's just gonna be like everyone like running over each other. That's exactly what you don't want. Even though it's life or death, you still want to, you don't want anyone to get hurt if they don't have to. This woman in charge here is Misty Knight, who seems to have somehow gotten her hands on a Shield helicarrier. Does this thing even fly? If we don't start filling up now, we're gonna be filling caskets instead. Yeah, straight to the point, man. Like, let's rescue these people. Let's get them out. We want even Hell's Kitchen being destroyed. We can't leave anyone behind. Summoner organizes people into groups based on injury. Injured in front, healthy at the back, which is really cool, man. This is so cool. Like, Sam Wilson is such a leader. I love his comic books. I loved obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is Falcon and Winter Soldier now. It's Captain America and the Winter Soldier, man. I love how he's got this leadership as well, man. This is so cool. Definitely his military background as well, helping out, like, hey, we got to help out these civilians. Buildings crumble where mere blocks away from the helicarrier. The eyes of Galactus appear, only for a split second, with columns of smoke and obstructing his gaze. That monster, that mother is huge. Get those stretchers out of here. We gotta move. Yeah, so we get a little Galactus, but like I said, this is more of the event quest on like basically surviving this Galactus. It's trying to help everyone out, make sure everyone survives it. All right, past and villains and heroes alike, because hey, Hell's Kitchen is full of the worst scum, but it's also full of the best heroes. Daredevil, Luke Cage, all the defenders are in and out of Hell's Kitchen. It's big part of New York City, so this is more the lights on, more than just Hell's Kitchen. It's going to be anyone who's here, because in the battle realm we don't have all New York City, we only have the Avengers Tower and then Harlem, or not Harlem, we have Hell's Kitchen. That's it. That's all we have in the battle realm. So yeah, passing villains and heroes alike, they murmur to each other, and they stay. Some those who want to stay and fight Galactus. I don't know who's in Hell's Kitchen who wants to stay and fight Galactus, but that ain't me, sucker. I'm going. So the Hood actually tries to take over. He's like, dude, I want to leave. I'm not staying here trying to get people on the ship. I want out of here. And so he's trying to take over the ship, but he fails. Sam flies towards the Hell's Kitchen while on the radio Misty's voice can be heard. So yeah, Sam is like going out of his way, risking his life to save these people, doing exactly what a hero should be doing, right? Galactus' silhouette looms large over the horizon as he opens his arm. His eyes glow in the dark purple. Slowly, city, like, dude, can you imagine, like, a whole city's being destroyed, and you just see the giant, like, almost like if you watch Eternals, right? You just know the celestial size eyes just glowing back at you, like that person caused that carnage, and man, that would scare the heck out of me, man. So Hell's Kitchen, it just crumbles, it's gone, and Sam is just fighting his way back, yeah, I mean, he gets it, but he sees those glowing eyes, and then boom, Hell's Kitchen is gone. So yeah, Hell's Kitchen is gone, man. It's crazy. It's all gone. One of the beloved places in the battle realm and the comics and the MCU now, obviously with Daredevil now in the MCU. It's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, so obviously we rescued everyone, right? So now we gotta find out, like, how does this work? All of us are crammed into a helicarrier. So that's kind of what we're going on with the story now. So anyways, if they would have left Sam, everyone would have been dead. So let's throw them onto the boat helicarrier, which is cool, like the helicarrier too. Like, it kind of reminds me of Age of Ultron, right? Where you had the Sokovia, and right, you had all these heli-characters with Nick Fury on it, and they were helping each other. So I really like that. Cool, like it's the same premise. But then we have obviously you have the good and the bad and the ugly, right? So Kingpin shows up, and obviously Miles Morales, Spider-Man is like they're fighting each other. And basically Miles like, I don't trust Kingpin, man. He's tried to kill me. Like, what? I don't trust him. It's what he's saying is too good to be true, right? He's like saying, oh, we gotta help everyone. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, they're just fighting. This is Safe Haven, a lifeboat where heroes and villains like all of you can rest and escape from the threat. We have a hope defeating a true neutral ground where we just need to survive. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter anything about you. You are from Hell's Kitchen, right? You are surviving. You survived, and we need to live together. So we can now survive without our homes. So you want to play nice? Have me drop my guard, just be stabbed in the back, which is pretty funny, because if you watch, I don't want to spoil anything, but the last movie, we had a little Spider-Man, backstab, which is pretty cool. Trying to rip the bulkhead off the ship. So face me mano a mano, which I like, because obviously if you don't know, Miles Morales is Hispanic, he's Puerto Rican, so it's pretty cool. A little bit of Spanish right there, right, man on man. You keep this separate corners fist. So she's just trying to separate them, right? Because they're just bickering with each other, and we want to survive, right? It was a derelict ship, so she's kind of explaining. They're kind of saying, hey, this ship is like really old. How'd you even get this thing? Is it from Civil War? Is what he asked. He says she says it's a derelict ship. I found it tucked in a few asteroids away from a shield carrier. So it's interesting because this isn't from. It's from a shield carrier. But it wasn't parked in the shield helicarrier, my goodness, which is pretty interesting. So definitely, I wonder. She said that she's been in the Battleground for a while, which is usually the event with some event quest, right, where the character, even though they joined the game the same month, doesn't mean that they haven't been in the contest for a long time. Craven was there for a long time, but he was in the Savage Lands, which we don't ever go to until now, and so she's actually said she's been here. She's seen the heralds, obviously, CGR, Terrax, Airwalker, etc., the space cops, Nova, Mostly Nova. We don't really have too many Novas, or besides Nova himself. In the comics, the space cops, are the Nova Force. But in the comics, in the contest, it's kind of the same thing, just Nova himself. But he's been like trying to make this team of cosmic heroes that can break this threat. If you remember back in the Eternals quest, so it's a little nod that we kind of have this continued storyline of, hey, Nova's building a team to make sure we are prepared for such threats like Galactus, right? All right, so knowing Galactus wasn't anything I could just stop myself, branded it Safe Haven, started making repairs, collecting scrap. Eventually, I was able to get the old girl moving again, which is pretty cool, man. Like, she's like, dude, like, she sees this big threat, Galactus, and instead of like going by herself, only worrying about her own neck, she's going out of her way to make sure, hey, this is a safe haven. Because if she hadn't done this, who would have, right? Which I really like, and so we don't have anyone being destroyed. So she said she ran the numbers. We managed to save from Hell's Kitchen. We've only filled the place up 10%. We still have room for far more. So this is pretty interesting. So I wonder if this is kind of teasing the future, like, hey, Galactus entered the Battle Realm in Hell's Kitchen, but this is just the first place he visits, right? Because he's just entered the Battle Realm. He's got to make his way to Battle World, right? Battle World, Marvel Realm of Champions. Remember, Reed Richards summoned Galactus so he could destroy Battle World. If he destroyed Battle World, then the barrier of the contest would be gone, and so all the champions could escape. But then, when he said that, when he summoned Battle World, only the Maestro was there. So now we had all Emrock, and there are tons and tons and tons of people in Emrock. Now that game is actually ending, and its final cutscene comes out this month in March. So it's going to be really interesting how we're going to correlate to this, because it seems like Galactus is going to be making his way throughout the year to Battle World. Wakanda's going to feel it. Asgard's going to feel it. He's going to make his way all the way to the center of the Battle Realm. So yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. And he's probably going to release Chrono Serpent. I've made my theories on that, so that'll be pretty interesting. But yeah, also he's Sam Wilson's like, hey, living up here, like we're back in Harlem. Like I said earlier, they were actually in a relationship, during Sam Wilson as Captain America, which is pretty awesome. Kind of, a little bit, if you like, that's what I kind of thought, like, Sam Wilson, Missy Knight, it just makes perfect sense for them to go together. A lot of people were confused why they would do these two characters together, and it's pretty nice to build off from the comics, right? All right, now she's talking about kind of just how she got this whole things up, and they're, helicarriers are usually filled with a ton of weapons, right? So she dismantled them and used those parts of those weapons to make all sorts of repairs, everything they need to possibly survive in this Safe Haven helicarrier, which is pretty cool. That's definitely impressive. Like, I could not take a bunch of weaponry that S.H.I.E.L.D. created, especially an old helicarrier like this, and then just make a ton of repairs, make a ton of stuff for people, food, water, etc. It's pretty awesome. Now the ship rocks to the command center, layering does. Klaxons blare through the room with a deafening tone. Sam, the camera, is giving me a status report. So it looks like someone's taken over the ship, which obviously we find out that's Crossbones. He's taken over the ship, which is pretty funny, because like if you look at the MCU, you know that they had like the whole mission where he had to take over the ship with during the Winter Soldier, which they had that ship, which is pretty cool. Unlike you, I don't want to run from a fight. Turning the ship around, I'm going to take the fight back to Galactus. Yeah, so we kind of got this earlier, where we heard people bickering, saying they want to go back and fight Galactus instead of just run away, which is what he's saying. Like, hey, you're running away right now. You're not fighting Galactus, right? We can get him right now. I don't know what he has in mind. I don't know what Crossbones has in mind. Like, oh, I'm going to fight Galactus, this big entity, this devourer of worlds. But you do you, Crossbones. And then Misty takes it on herself, like, hey, now she wants to like throw him out of the helicarrier, like she wants to float him. If you watch the 100, right? So she was like, he's a danger, right? He could do this again. We need to send a message saying, hey, you can't do this. You can't take over the ship, right? And so that's kind of what she's going on about, which is pretty cool. Sam's like, dude, you cannot play executioner right here. Like, you can't play judge, jury, and executioner. These are laws. Like, they're laws in place. It's not morally right, which is pretty cool, because that's all about Captain America. He's always making sure he's doing the right thing, right? He doesn't want to see even if you're a villain, you don't want to see you die, basically. Like, you don't deserve that. You deserve to be punished for your crimes, not executed. And so, sorry for what you've almost done. So yeah, anyways, now basically what he wants to do is he wants to take this ship to the HQ of Shield. How I talked about earlier, you know, Shield's been really teased, like really built up these past few months, and obviously we have in the map, we have a huge helicarrier in the contest. It's a background map, and he basically, Sam wants to take everyone there, but Misty's like, no, we can't do that. Which we also know in these past few months that Shield is hella shady. Like, they are shady, they are bad. You know, who knows what happens when we take this vessel full of heroes and villains. Like, what does that even mean? I mean, she's kind of saying like, hey, they could go into work camps because they're prisoners. That's not right? Like, she's like, I might have just made a mistake with Crossbones, but you know, I'm sorry, so we can't do this. We gotta go somewhere else. So we're gonna stop Sam from doing that, and that's kind of like where the event quest ends, which is pretty cool too. Is, look at this, we defeated Sam, but then there's like this extra little area past Sam, which is first off, that's awesome, because I've been waiting for something like this. It feels like these past few months, like the event quest just ends really abruptly when we fight this character, instead of like just a nice little closing remark. So yeah, it looks like they're compromising. So it looks like we're gonna see the safe haven again, which is pretty cool. And like she said, she's only 10% of the helicarrier is filled, so we have plenty of room for other people. So I'm guessing this is going to be like a backup, not really a secondary story of just them going through the battle realm in Galactus's destruction, because he's going to have a path of destruction all the way to Battle World, and they're going to need to rescue other people, right? Hell's Kitchen can't be the only place that he's going to hit. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, I'm glad that they're getting together and no one's dying. But yeah, man, what'd you guys think of this event quest? I really like it, man. Sam Wilson is so cool as Captain America, man. I love it when we get a mantle pass, and then Sam Wilson, obviously, you know, with the MCU, the comics, like everything is just so cool. He's one of my favorite Captain Americas. Mason Knight, also a Defenders member, really awesome too. Hopefully we get her back in the MCU as well. And so yeah, man, I hope you guys had an amazing day. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time, and yeah, peace out, everybody.